That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an A. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? I'm in my...
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set 90 Wolf. Check. 61, matchbox lights.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And break, the tight end's got it. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
13 yards on the play. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's Marlon Mack. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
SOS. Greystone, travel. SOS. Hey, exit. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Robert Woods, he's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Robert Woods, 78 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Minshew sets to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, Minshew. And it's caught off the deflection. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires, as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Here's Minshew. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Here we go.
On second down, Kamara. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. That'll be caught by Kupp. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Hey, Tucson. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Jordan Reed has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. On 1st down, Mack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Man left. Even. 4 down. Even.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Minshew. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Hey.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So third and long, here's Minshew. He'll buy some time, and that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 27.
Minshew, first and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Chopper!
50, 6 man.
Five.
Check cross. Hey, no, look up. Hey, we got Mike 50.
Now Minshew on first and 10. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Cooper Kupp as time expires in the first half. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Funches has it complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And the Vikings first down.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To throw is Garoppolo. Finds the former Northwestern Wildcat, Austin Carr. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Trying to get it to Woods. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
You draw quarters. Mike 50. Hey, wahoo! Ready?
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hey, check.
Hey, zoom. Hit it.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And break, the tight end's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Off play action, it's Minshew. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It'll be Minshew again, rolling to his right. And that's going to be intercepted. The All-Pro corner, Patrick Peterson. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Now he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
132 fighter. Shoot.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
That's
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And that is incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Minshew. Man open, it's Cup, he's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
From the gun, Minshew to throw. They'll roll him out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. D Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope to... No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 6-6. Pull it hard.
They'll go again here with Matt. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Lions, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall a game under the 500 mark